DİCH. Con nít.
Con đỏ.
Well, Edwin shared some appearances. Some of them don't speak Vietnamese. They about your spiritual running and what your appearance.
I can talk about meditation.
Yeah, what he go through, because a lot of us don't see, don't believe. Same like Edwin, he my student. Since from beginning, three years ago.
Talking about,
3 years ago, he don't know nothing about TÍNH or this symbol, what it is. And I teach him how to meditation. Until right now, he about to open his third eye, so he see things. He see many things in other side of the world. He is scientist and he work for government. He just back from where?
from television.
Yeah, he go around the world teaching a lot of people. So tell them your appearance about another side of our world.
So my experience, I grew up as a scientist studying. I got a PhD in computer science, and I retired from Caltech in Pasadena. A lot of work for jet propulsion laboratory, and a lot of simulation and modeling and complex systems, computer systems, all kinds of systems. And I never did meditate or try that. I read about it, and I know there are articles on medical benefits from meditation.
So there are published articles about medical benefits from meditation, particularly relieving stress and maybe some heart conditions, blood pressure, and so on. So I had read those, but I didn't meditate. So about 3 years ago, I met Sufu and we talked about meditation. And also when books there are a lot of books talking about meditation, how to do it. There are a lot of classes all over the world, and as I got interested, I saw those. But the meditation that Sufu talked about, it's very simple. You just you sit, you hold your hands a certain way, and you follow your breath and try to keep. Well, you don't actively try to keep anything. You just relax, and your thoughts are jumping. Our thoughts are, they jump up all the time. All kinds of thoughts. I'm hungry. I want to do this. That. Oh, that. Look at that tree. So that's kind of the way we go. All of our thoughts. But I always wondered about that. Where do your thoughts come from? Sometimes you're in control very carefully. Sometimes they're just random, it seems like. So the meditation is just to sit quietly, upright, keep your spine straight, and relax. And in order to relax, if you tell yourself, I'm going to relax now, I have to relax, you will not relax. Or if you tell yourself, I'm going to stop my thoughts, I'm not going to have any thoughts. And then as soon as you say that, you have more thoughts about, I need to stop my thoughts. So it doesn't work. So if you start, the teaching was, follow your breath. Just you breathe. So think about, I'm going to take a breathe, in, out, in, out. And after a while, the thoughts will calm down. I started doing that. At first when I didn't follow my breath, and then I got advice for that. Next, I thought, I will count my breaths. 1, 2, 3. And that calmed me down quite a bit quickly. But after a while, I thought, when I count my breaths, I'm also thinking 1, what's next? 2, 3. And so it's not as good as not counting. So I stopped counting. I got where I could and none of this is so easy, but I got to where I could breathe and be conscious of breathing, but not count the breath. And that was very calming, and I started to see some things that would pop up in my vision. And then, after a while, I quit thinking about my breath. Just was just there, not aware of it. And then a little bit later, I was not aware of my body as well, my hands, nothing. I'm in another, I call it meditative state. I don't know what other people call it. But I was in a different state, different than anything ever before. And that's when things occur. I don't think you're not thinking to try to think of something, but people have different experiences. So for me, I think I'm at level 1, I guess it's called. This is level 1, which is amazing to me. I started seeing images of things, and I also experienced some travel to another place. I would see things that were in other places. I was in Tel Aviv, and I was in Jerusalem recently, last October, and I was up on the Mount of Olives and looking down at the city, and I took a picture of it. Well, recently in meditation, up on the mountain overlooking the Silicon Valley, I saw, with my eyes closed for meditation, in a meditative state, I saw Jerusalem again. And I was at the same place where I took my picture. I took a picture down on the city with the dome and the mosque and everything. And I could see that it was Jerusalem from that same place. And the difference, though, was the city was very old. It was not the same time. It was a different time, I guess. And it was very small and not a lot of buildings. There was no mosque there. There was no churches. It was very old. So that was one experience of a vision. Interesting. Maybe I was just remembering where I was. Maybe it was imagination, but it was a different time, not the same time. So that's the kind of vision. Also, as time goes on, as you go to other levels, you will also hear sounds. Your senses will wake up. You can talk, and you can listen, and you can meet other entities and beings. That's maybe a different level. So when I have when I'm in a meditative state, I'm a computer person, so I have a screen. I have a computer. It's like a computer screen in front of me, with your eyes closed. First you may close your eyes, and it may be dark, or if you're looking into the sunlight, it may be fairly light. But after a while, it will become a different screen, and it kind of looks like initially like an ocean with waves in it. A lot of turbulence, a lot of waves and things bubbling up. That's when you're not calm yet. When you're not very calm in your thoughts, all of these things will be swirling around in this screen. But when it calms down, after practice, I have a small screen open up sometimes, just open. It's kind of like you bring a pop-up screen on your computer. A screen opens up, and there may be something in that screen. One time, the screen opened up, and I saw a stone tablet that was very long, and there was unusual writing on the tablet. And a writing I've never seen before. And I know I've seen hieroglyphics, not that. I've seen some Sumerian, or I've seen Sumerian cuneiform and all that. It wasn't that. It was no script that I had ever seen before. And it was not blurry. It was in high definition. It was HD TV. It was very sharp, and it scrolled in front of me. And as I saw it, it even moved faster. And it went from one end of the screen to the other of the smaller window. And it was very new, like someone had just written it and carved it into the stone. So that was very interesting. And the other part of the meditation, as soon as I thought about it, I thought, what is this? What script is that? It's gone. It disappeared. Your thoughts will stop, all of those things. Oh, at least mine. That was that. That's some months and months ago. More recently, I have seen faces of entities. Yet today, when I was meditating 30 minutes, I saw, earlier we were sitting over there, I saw the face that I see is the face of the statues. So I saw the face of, the first one I saw was the face of the guardian of the West, the one with the sword. And yeah, okay, yes.
Yeah,
and the guardian of the West appeared, and just the face. And the guardian of the West is kind of tough looking. And the message I had just before that, I was thinking about the 64 dimensions of existence. Instead of just, we think there are 3, but there's 64. I was thinking about how that works. And I wanted to ask some entity about that. As at the beginning of the meditation, I sort of asked, maybe if I meet someone up there, I can ask that question. Well, the guardian of the West answered my question instantaneously. So I saw the face, and I got the answer instantaneously here. No language, no sound, nothing. And then the guardian of the West disappeared like that. And the answer was, I guess I was scolded a bit. The answer was to the scientists, don't worry so much about how the 64 dimensions of space work. You know, we in physics now we think, you know, it's 3 dimensions, then 4 dimensions. We add time to it, you know, and then we add string theory wants to have 10 or 11 dimensions to make the equations work. The message I got from the guardian of the West was, forget it, don't worry about that stuff. Just concentrate on your meditation.
That's what I told you, right?
Yeah, you said I got scolded, and that disappeared immediately. And then right after that, I saw the face of the guardian of the North. The guardian of the North had a nice, pleasant face with a smile, and didn't say anything. I didn't get any message. So I felt like, well, maybe it was the bad cop and the good cop. The other one said, it's okay, just do it. So that was today. And I think I thought about it later. Why do I see the image of the statue? And I have no idea if you think of an entity upstairs, let's say, what do they look like? Well, we are in this body, but this body's like a car. You know, our soul is something else. But what do we actually look like? And then as you go higher and higher, then we have no form. If you have no form, well, you can look like whatever you want to look like. You can have many, many temporary forms. So I'm guessing that I see the statues. The entity that was communicating came with the statue's face because I know that face from up here. So the entity was the guardian of the North, the guardian of the West. Do they look like that? I don't know. You know. So those are questions. But I feel that's the communication is there.
Nowadays you see husband of my sister, and also you see me
Yes.
1 month ago, right?
Yes.
Okay. I look like
David-
this, or I look like different.
You look very different.
Very different.
Interesting. Well, your sisters, I saw faces.
Yeah,
I saw
Mary and
about
my sister.
I saw about 10, maybe.
But how they dress?
And they were some were just their face. They had the headdress, looked like ancient Chinese
Like Queen's
costume.
Eye.
Yeah. And then the dress, like a robe and all that. Very definitely not the way we dress anywhere around here, or any history that I know of. And very beautiful too. Okay. So that I saw the other day.
2 days ago.
And they just appeared like this, you know. And they were smiling and happy, and I felt happy and good. Maybe they were like, hello, you know, but no communication. I'm not at the level where I can communicate and talk about things. One day when I saw Supu, I came out of the Buddha meditation hall, and I went through that doorway and got out into the flat area, and I turned and walked toward the library. And as I was walking to the library, it was early in the morning, walking to the library, I happened to turn, and way up the hill at the picnic table on the left-hand side, I saw Supu sitting there on the edge of the picnic table like he does, and looking out, and there was a lady there with him with a hat, a Vietnamese hat, and they were talking. Supu, you were like gesturing, you were pointing and having a conversation, and I wanted to talk with Supu, but I didn't want to interrupt. So I sat down at the picnic table close to the library. And I sat there, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes, and they were still talking. So I thought, well, while I'm sitting here doing nothing, I will meditate. So I started meditation sitting at the picnic table. And the picnic table is about, I measured the other day, it's about 250 paces of my steps. That was pretty far away. And it was so far that I could not hear them talking when I was not meditating. So I started meditating and like this, but I didn't want to miss them, so I didn't really go very deep. I closed my eyes, and then every once in a while I looked up to see they're still there. And that went on for a while. And then I just fell into a deep meditation, and I didn't open my eyes. And I saw in the meditation image, I saw the picnic table. I saw the girl sitting next to it, and I saw the hat. The girl was in a shadow, a dark shadow, but the hat, I could see the hat, the color of it with the emblem on it in high definition TV, HD, very clear. And they're a long way away. And I could also then hear their voices, which I could not hear before. But where Sifu was a 20 or 25 foot column of light. It went from the ground like going up to that tree, and it was about as wide as a picnic table or more, and it was as bright as the sun. And this was the morning. The sun was behind me. The sun wasn't over there. This went up, and at the top, about 25 feet up, it branched out with rays like this. And the rays went straight up, and they went out like that. One after the other. A bunch. Not like the pictures we have of the Buddha with the aura around the head, like that. No, this was a column of light, and these went way out, all the way up as far as I could see. And in the middle, after the column of light, in the middle there was a smaller column of light that also went straight up, and it was even brighter. And this covered the whole scene with light. Then on the right-hand side, I could see the bubbles like a spherical light, the bubbles of an aura like 7 of these or so going out like this to the side. And I could see the edge of it like you look at a translucent sphere of light of some kind. And when you look at the edge, you can kind of see the edge like this curve. And I could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they just without. And most of them were white. But some of them were, one was gold in color, one was a blue and a purple, and a bit of a green. And so it seems like that was the aura, the usual. But Sifu's form was a column of light, a huge column of light. And I've never seen anything like that. On the left-hand side, there were entities seated on the ground in the lotus position, and they were in a black shadow, but I could see that their body, their back, and their heads, and they were all around sitting on the ground. And I just kept watching. It didn't flash. It wasn't a flash of a picture. It stayed there, and it stayed in HD, high definition. So a lot of the images I see are blurry, kind of. I'm not very, that level 1, right? And then I'm just watching, and with my eyes are closed, and I'm there. And then it started moving. The light started moving, and the light and the girl moved toward me with my eyes. I'm meditating, and after a while, as they sort of got closer, I heard the crunching on the gravel like this of the footsteps, and their voices got stronger, and that woke me up. And I opened my eyes, and exactly where the column of light was and where the girl was, that's where the girl was. When I opened the eyes, like if it's the two of you, I open my eyes and the girl's there, and the column of light is right. Sifu, as he looks here, was right there walking toward me, and he said, "Edwin," and I said, "You'll never guess what I saw." So that's what I saw. Now, as a scientist, that's what I saw, and your interpretation, you can interpret how you like. But there are some things there, like the position and the moving toward me. I have to think about that as pretty realistic correctness. The other part about the meditation I'm doing, I'm doing meditation all over the place. I came and do it. I have a recorder, so when I meditate, I finish the meditation. Sometimes I time it. 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. Actually, it works nicely. You don't have to time it. You're not going to stay there forever if you don't time it. You kind of come to the end, and you kind of know you end meditation. So I've gotten to where I don't time it, but I do keep a record of it. When the meditation is over, I have a little hand recorder. I record what I say, the date, the time, the place. I'm keeping a log. That's the scientist within me. That's all I can do. I mean, I just want to say, this is what I did. This was when and where I did it. This is what I saw. And I'm transcribing that into with a Word file. I have a Word file. Right now it's 24 pages long, about 100 odd meditations. And I see a lot of different things. There's all kinds of, it's amazing. I really say meditate. You don't know what you're capable of doing. I didn't know myself at all.
I think you have a mission. Because you're a scientist and you go to teaching around the world, all the professor. And right now you get into TÍNH and you get to the level what you get today. You see things, you see the real of me. A lot of things I tell the real of me in the YouTube, but people don't see it. They just put in the aisle. They have belief, have not. But you are real see me as same as like many monk Tibetan or many high monk know me is real. So I been say to the world I have 7 aura, and you prove it, you see it. And also the life from my heart, because I have a pure heart. My dad give to me, come down to this planet to save human. So my hand is whoever have my hand on it, most of the sickness will go away by that. The reason and also it protect me away from all the bad energy like evil try to attack my body. So this is the maximum of the human form, half of human, half of God is on me. So this is the most I can do. I cannot be do anything better than this form. So the only thing is I don't speak Vietnamese very well when I came to this country when I was 13, 14 years old. And before 1975, I don't have money opportunity to go to school. And I worked in the farm after 1975 until 1979. I escaped from Vietnam. So that means I have no knowledge, no Vietnamese speaking or even read or write. But today, I can do both, but not really well. But at least out there in Vietnam, a lot of people, most on the south, understand me now. And what your appearance today, because ông tên gì? Hả? Thiên Tục. She have a dream and she saw me, so it's real and not a dream. Because I've been told on the YouTube, when I wake up, I'm here. You can see me like this. But when I sleep, my spirit can transform like 100 of different key. Go around whoever he call my name and need really serious help, or I try to send a message something. Because some human to human, we're difficult to communicate, difficult to understand or come to mind. But in the spiritual world, I can do that. So that's why that bring her here. She is real Catholic. She is not Buddhist. But right now, she have really belief on us and belief on our Father. And I am your brother in heaven. But come down here, out there, ông trời là cha của tất cả mọi người, đúng không? Mẹ Phật mẫu là mẹ tất cả mọi người. Kiệt này là anh của mọi người thôi, chỉ có nhiệm vụ và có gọi là giống như thông thiên đó là I have a communication real daily with God. So that's why I know a lot of stuff and everything I say, not I say, because God tell me to go to the phone and talk to the world, to have people change and turn around before he appear, before this earth, they have a big disaster. A lot of death will come in, starving coming up.